Hi there and welcome to our Eat, Learn, Celebrate moment on our Twitch channel. And if you're tuning on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. I am Chef Jon.
I'm Chad Cooper.
And today I'm going to be teaching Chad how to make scrambled eggs. Now, this is a hot topic because one of the most viewed videos on the internet is this simple dish, how to make scrambled eggs.
Okay, and you know this because you did a little research on that.
I did a little research because I've got what it says in our actual textbook, and I follow it at home whenever I make scrambled eggs. And I was just curious, what does anybody else have to say? And for every single quality point we have, there's somebody out there who's doing it differently. Does that mean they're doing it wrong? No. As long as you get scrambled eggs you enjoy to eat, then you're doing it right. As long as it tastes good, it is good. But what I'm going to do with you, Chad, is show you how we do it here.
Okay.
Cool?
Perfect.
Okay, so, have you made scrambled eggs before?
Yes, but not well.
Yes, but not well. What has been the issue with scrambled eggs?
I either have them way too soupy or I have them dry as chalk.
Okay, so those are two main quality points for scrambled eggs. If we overcook them,
Yep.
then the proteins will constrict, they will start to gush water out, and they'll be watery.
Okay.
The next part is that they become brown and they start to burn.
Yeah.
Right? Which is back to that lack of moisture. Cool?
Yeah.
So we want them to be creamy, we want them to be moist, but we still want the eggs to be set.
Okay.
Okay? But we're not making an omelet. We still want to scramble them a bit. Cool? So we've
Okay.
got some butter in the pan.
Yeah, and you'd set that on to just about a minute ago or less.
Sure. I'm looking for a low heat, but the pan to be hot.
Yeah.
So I know that kind of sounds like a conundrum, but I
Okay.
want the pan to be hot, but the heat to be low. So, first step is we're going to grab a whisk.
Whisk.
I know there's a point of contention on this one on the internet because I've watched some videos that say don't use a whisk because you'll put too much air into the eggs. But you know what? I want them to be fluffy.
Okay.
Cool? So go ahead and grab the whisk,
Okay.
and I want you to beat those eggs until they're homogeneous.
So angry. Let it all out.
One of the quality points that we teach here is making sure that we don't have white and yellow just broken up. That it's actually a homogeneous yellow egg. Now, the next thing we're going to do is add in a bit of salt and pepper.
Okay.
Now, this is another point of contention on the internet. So this is the way the eggs are now. And when we add in a pinch of the salt and a pinch of the white pepper, again, another point of contention, white pepper or black pepper, no pepper. We teach white pepper.
Okay.
Go ahead and give that a good zhuzh.
Zhuzhing.
And the salt is going to start to break down the proteins in the egg, and it'll start to actually release a little bit of water. And do you see the eggs changing a
Yeah.
little bit?
That's
Yeah.
okay.
The eggs are changing a little bit. That's another point. Some people say salt before, some people salt after. We say to salt before.
We're looking good.
Yep, a little bit runnier than they were before.
Yeah. It's not
Yeah.
quite sticking.
Correct. So they're going to become more loose now because the salt is denaturing the proteins. Go ahead and pop in some heavy cream in there.
Okay.
One of the most popular videos on
Ooh.
the internet actually involves creme fraiche.
Cream fraiche.
This is a similar idea. We're adding some richness with some dairy, some nice full-fat dairy. And this is where you can make scrambled eggs your own. If you want to add creme fraiche, you can add creme fraiche. It'll be just a slightly different flavor. Okay, now go ahead and drop them into the pan.
Which is that butter is just nicely browned, a little bit of bubbles.
There you go.
Okay, I'm going to
Go ahead and
pass
change
you.
over to a spatula.
Okay.
And start moving those eggs around because if you don't, we'll end up with an omelet.
Okay. Ooh.
Now, we want to stir frequently enough to break them up, but not so frequently that we end up with something that is, the individual egg pieces are too small.
Okay.
Now again, I can take that from you so
Thank
you can man the frying pan.
There we go.
This is another point of contention. Some people really want those looser scrambled eggs, so they stir a lot more. One of the points that we have straight out of our textbook that we teach here is move it around enough so that it's not an omelet, but not too much.
So if I moved that around enough, there's a little bit of liquid, it's broken up, and every once in a while I'm just going to give it a...
Correct. Yeah, because now we have raw egg on top, egg on the bottom. That again, we don't want to have overcooked egg on the bottom, but egg on the top that's not cooked
Okay.
enough. So always move it around enough so that you're getting even coverage. As soon as all of the egg is set, but still moist, it comes off the heat.
Okay. Okay.
And this would be a really good place to add in any herbs that you want, such as chives.
Ooh, chives. So I'm looking at now, I'm seeing that it's looking pretty consistent. There's some moisture. I'm just making sure the last little bits here. kind of get in the pan, try to scrape it all.
Now, I would say that we're pretty good, but this
Okay.
also depends. There's a term called scrambled hard. Have
Okay.
you ever heard scrambled hard?
I have only ever heard scrambled.
Okay, so some people really like it when you take it a little bit further and they're actually a little bit more dry. And that's called hard scrambled or scrambled hard,
Yep.
but not so far to the point where the eggs are overcooked, meaning they start to exert water, they start to get watery. Okay, go ahead and pop that in. Now our butter browned a little bit, so our eggs sort of browned a little bit.
But I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that too. I'm just going to call that a bit more flavor. Here we have really nice, creamy, moist, delicious scrambled eggs. How long did
Okay.
that take, Chad? 2 minutes?
If
If,
that.
if even that. Okay. So now
Okay.
you made these eggs.
I'm going to.
The proof is in the pudding, or eggs. Can you believe, Chad, that you made those?
No.
No. Well, today
I can.
you can say that you truly had something to eat, learn, and celebrate.
Thanks, Jon.
Thank you so much for tuning in on YouTube. We really appreciate it. If you want to go ahead and check out what we have going on in the heat of the action on Twitch, make sure to go ahead and do so as well. Thank you again so much for watching Chad learn how to make scrambled eggs today. I'm Chef Jon.
I'm Chad Cooper.
Thank you so much.